what, though? Yes, Zedica.
I don't know.
You knew Craxis before all this.
I did.
You know what he is, who he is.
I do.
Did you know that they did not even provide him with a bed?
I've just found out, and it has been rectified.
All night long.
I know.
We had to
I
take
gave my word that
precautions.
I would look into it, did I not, ladies?
I had to take... You did, yes, Sir Knight. But the fact is, you cannot take away the night that he had bedless and terrified.
No, it's only one night of sleeping on the floor, my lady.
Okay,
Yes,
that's all.
surrounded by guards.
Well, as I say, we had to take precautions. We can't take the risk that he would come and turn back into the creature he was.
And as we've stated, we don't know whether the trap worked, or whether it's all some sort of elaborate plan to get him here. We simply don't know. We can't be afford to taking these risks.
No.
Yes, we're just taking precautions is all it is.
Yes. Precautions without a bed.
I've made sure he's got a bed and a table. I'm not having him eat off the floor.
Good. Thank you. It is dignified.
Yes.
And respectful.
I agree. There may still be a little ruffled feathers about it, so it's just... Shall we?
Shall we carry on with the questions?
Yes, just keep the tone calm, please. My head's aching enough as it is. Go ahead, Sir Knight.
My concern is, what would happen if this amulet was destroyed?
Are you asking me that question, sir?
Yes. What would happen if the amulet was destroyed? Obviously, we know you'd revert back into this one, but how bad would it be to, say, try and replicate another? Would we have time?
I do not know. The charm was made by a priestess of powerful earth magic. I don't know how. I don't know who she was.
It is concerning. Hold on. Lady Clara, what's the matter?
How do you know that the priestess was a servant?
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that. What? Did anybody hear what she said there?
I think she was asking how we can clarify that the priestess that made it wasn't a servant of chaos.
That would be, I think, a pretty long game at that point.
Yes, it doesn't sound like something they would do.
Used to long games, believe me. Especially those who serve the deceiver.
Seems counterproductive, though, no?
Not in their minds. You have to understand, say, 1 year out here, it could only be 10 minutes in their realm.
Oh, I understand completely. 1 year in my lands is 10 here.
So,
about your question, Sir Charlon. If you said if the amulet were destroyed, if we had time to make a new one, since Miss Zedica just said that the change was immediate, I would think we don't have time.
Exactly. So that was one of my concerns. That's why I needed to clarify. So if the amulet is destroyed, we definitely do have no other choice but to resort to more extreme measures.
Well, confinement would be the preferable choice at that point.
I would not be willing to risk confinement. I don't know about anyone else in this room, but that's just my opinion. Of course, it's not my it's the general ordered confinement. We would at least try.
Doctor,
Yes.
are you not able to implant the charm into him?
Yes, we've been discussing that.
Somewhere that if it were to be removed, it would be fatal.
Well, I could move it under his heart.
That might work. Concern was that if he, with his regeneration powers, if it was under his ribcage, it wouldn't be fatal and he would still be running around as a risk.
Well, I think if you put it underneath the heart and you rip the heart out, he's gonna die.
Exactly.
If he's anything like the skin wolves from our homeland, Miss Edica, something like that, wouldn't work. They have extraordinary regenerative abilities. I know he's.
If you
not
remove
from
his heart, he's not going to die. I fail to see how that's possible.
Oh no, they put it this way: the only way to truly kill one of those skin wolves is to literally tear it limb from limb, or burn it.
Okay. So
now,
there is no point.
I know he's not one of them, but I'm just making that clear that.
I know, but I'm failing to understand how something lives without a heart.
Well, their regeneration abilities.
But there's nothing to pump the blood around the body. It doesn't matter how fast he regenerates. His brain would die in minutes.
These aren't normal creatures. They are beasts of chaos. It's hard for me to explain.
In other words, it doesn't answer to the normal laws of science that you might very well know or understand.
Exactly.
Would his brain be better?
Very hard to get to those places without constantly ripping his flesh out.
Can you repeat that, please?
It just would be very hard to get to those places without constantly ripping his flesh out.
Yes.
Well, the doctor would be able to get it in, at least. Getting it out, we don't want him to.
Trouble if he's trying to cut him open and the wound just keep healing every time he tries to slip it in, maybe.
Well,
we should be able to suppress it.
Don't know about suppressing it, but if I were, say, to cauterize the edges of the cut and afterwards cut them out again, so that the natural regeneration can close the wound.
This is also speculation. I don't know if he does possess these powers. I'm just going off what I do know of beasts that are similar in our lands. He might not even be anywhere near as powerful.
Zedika, can you shed any light on this? Do you know if he was given any special abilities for serving?
No. No, he served me.
Okay.
But no, as far as I know, no, he was not.
This was at the time that you was with him, though. He's been with the ruinous powers since you left, has he not?
Well, he certainly wasn't in the fortress at any point that I was in there, sir.
The last order I gave him was to scout. As far as I know, that's all he's been doing.
Very detective.
They did not know where he was when I asked them.
Nobodies of beastmen in the fortress once it fell either.
No. And I spoke to them while I was in there. They told me that they didn't know where he was, that they were looking for him too.
But we did counter some of his pack yesterday, Sir Giles, when he attacked the fort here. Which means he may have been with them.
No, I think he was looking for Zedika.
Pack, I wonder.
He asked for the master.
No. Yes, but when he was attacking the fortress yesterday, we fought one of his pack, I presume. So he could have gone back to them, and they could have been doing.
Well, his new
goodness knows
home is
what.
literally a stone's throw from here. We could investigate it, could we not?
Oh, the college was
Destroy it
wondering
if
about
we have to.
As a last resort,
Point I'm
yes,
trying
but
to
maybe
make
there's something
is,
in there.
After the fortress fell and after Miss Etika repented from the Blood God, we don't know exactly what he's been up to. He could have even taken her place in a way as a champion of sorts. It has been.
No.
There are
There was
some,
already a champion in that fortress, sir.
I understand that, but on rare occasion,
N-
champions can be replaced with those of what would you call them? Werekin abilities.
There's only
Yes,
one
absolutely.
champion at a time, though, is there not? Go ahead, Zedika.
Yes, there is.
This is their words, not mine. He was not worthy.
At the time, maybe, but now you repented, so they
No.
lost to you as their champion.
No,
The
you
champion
must.
in the just let me finish. The champion in the fortress was defeated by Maroon herself, I believe. So
No.
the Blood
No,
God
Sir
might
Giles
not have any
took that
options
kill.
left. Ah, my apologies, Sir Giles. So they might not have any options left. Understand what I'm saying?
They do have an option left, sir. They have the Marauder, who was in charge of the fortress that has my hair. He would be the next in line to be champion, would he not?
I don't know. I've never met this this marauder.
Be thankful. You'll know him when you see him. Look for a blue cape.
When I was there in that fortress, all right, everybody in there treated him like a beast. He was regarded as a beast. He was not worthy. He would never become a champion.
Right.
All right. Well, that clears some things.
He was
up, at
lesser.
least.
Yes. They did say something similar to me. About undead beings. They don't like them.
Sir Charlon, quick question.
Yes.
Since he can regenerate, he could theoretically regenerate from somebody ripping out his heart. Would placing the amulet near or bit in his brain be better?
You see, now that is a possibility.
That would shut down his regeneration, would it not?
Possibly. Possibly. The only way there is multiple ways to kill a beast like that of chaos by cutting off their head. That is one of the ways to kill them. It's not guaranteed, but it's
How would it affect him if it was in his brain, though, Doctor? Can you put it in a place that's not going to render him paralyzed, for example?
That depends on the size of the amulet and multiple things.
Well, if it's just the amulet itself, even the chain can be removed, can it not?
Yes, it's just the charm.
Right. Have you got a rough size of this charm, Zedika?
It's small. Is it not around his neck right now?
Yes, but he's asleep and I don't want to go and disturb him by looking at it.
It's small.
Okay, thank you.
I would probably need to find, let's call it a volunteer, and take some measurements.
How long will it take, Doctor?
That would be a relatively quick method, but yeah, I think you remember me cauterizing some burst veins in Miss Xavier's head.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I am not a brain surgeon.
He's asleep, Miss Terror. We can't talk to him right now.
We need to come up with a solution while we can. Time is of the essence.
I'll be honest, I am not comfortable with placing with my ability to place a amulet there. It is an idea, and it might work, but it would mean placing the amulet probably either directly under the brain or between the two halves. And getting to either of those places could mean major harm.
But if he loses that amulet, we've got major harm to possibly thousands of people.
Indeed.
When was the last time somebody checked on Craxis?
I checked him not long ago. He's sleeping.
Yes, we checked. The general went in and sorted the arrangements out. That was about an hour ago.
Alright. Because I've been told things like an hour and 2 and 3 walk by. Just saying.
No, I was in there not long ago. Just before we got to you, in fact. Make sure that he had a bed and a table.
So, Giles, you're awfully quiet.
I am just listening. I will follow the General's orders in this matter.
Doesn't mean you can't express an opinion. You usually do.
I think I've already expressed my opinion enough about this matter. What steps you choose, General, I will follow.
Not prepared to sentence a man to death if we can save him. Especially for something that I don't believe was his fault. So I need all my options. All possibilities, and then I need to talk to him. Because he would have to agree to all of this. We can't force him.
Well, the only risk in this endeavour, whatever one we choose, is the possibility of unleashing the beast again. This is the only caution I will advise in any of these matters.
Quick thought. If we go ahead with, let's call it what it is, brain surgery, maybe having Miss Omo, Priestess Omo present would be helpful.
Who is this priestess? Priest of Sigmar?
No, of Nerul. I'm unsure if you know that one.
No, I do not know this.
It might be wise to get the priest from Middenhof. Rouse him from his meditations, as it is an important matter.
I would prefer a priest of Sigmar rather than this other priestess. Not that I mean any offense to them, I just don't know them.
Well, she's the one that needs to be involved if he dies.
Why is that?
Because she will take his soul where it needs to go.
I agree with Tara.
That's what he claims, Mr. But for all we know, he could be lying. He could say he has no memory,
Shalom.
but we don't know that for a fact. Yes.
Let's see if the prisoner is awake and bring him forward to ask him questions.
I would rather not bring him in here if possible.
Well, where else can we secure him? We can't all fit in his cell.
I'm sorry, is this not the safest place in this
This is
fortress?
also a sacred place, and he is,
Yes.
despite what he claims, he's still a beast of chaos, and at least part of him is.
We would be offending the lady by bringing him in here. I mean, we'll have to do it in the courtyard and make sure that no one's close by to the walls. It's the only best place to do so.
As you wish.
For now, anyway.
Craxis is here.
I'd hold prisoner.
Right, I don't think he's
Okay.
running anywhere.
The prisoners in the courtyard, all those who wish to come out, do so now. I'll be sealing the chapel afterwards.
Craxis.
Greetings.
Doctor.
Hello, Craxis.
Maroon.
How are you feeling?
Restrained. Not literally, but sitting in that cell's not that enjoyable.
I know, I've made sure you've got a bed and a table at least.
Yeah, I do appreciate that. I've seen it.
Do you remember anything at all?
Only what I explained.
Well, I wasn't there when you explained it, so... Tell me what you remember.
Zedeca, Zavia, and another showed up at my home and began attacking. Zavia landed a strike that dropped me. Then last I remember was Zedeca hovering over me and yanking my amulet. I don't remember anything after that. Until I woke up in the north, bound.
You know what happens when they take off your amulet, though, don't you?
I do. It's nothing I control. All I can do is keep the amulet on.
How do we stop this being removed from you again?
I'm not sure. I've never had it taken off. Until Zedeca removed it.
How hard is it to take it off? Is it just a matter of pulling it off on one's body, or?
I think it takes a great amount of strength to take it off. I can't take it off.
Right.
So you
So
can't physically
it's
remove it
meant to
from
be done.
yourself?
I'm sorry, I've got two questions at once.
Answer the doctor's
Doctor,
first,
please.
it's okay.
Okay, so the amulet is more or less magically bound to you.
I believe so.
Maybe we can strengthen that.
Possibly, maybe Lady Odalina knows of a way.
Do you know anything else about the amulet? Where it came from exactly? I know Zedeca said it came from some sort of priestess, but that's all we've been able to determine.
I've never found her since.
So how did it come about, Craxis?
I woke up to it, wearing it. She said she put it on me. And she explained I was a beast. And that the amulet keeps me from being the beast. Or the amulet at least allows me to control it.
Yes, I've had conversations with you in wolf form. Why not?
Yes. I can still... It's difficult, but I can still speak when I'm in beast form.
Can you tell us more about this beast form? Like, I know you said you have increased strength, regenerative abilities, but to what extent?
Faster, stronger, I don't need weapons. I've got claws.
Right. And what about your regenerative abilities? How extreme are they?
Hmm. I think the stories exaggerate them. They're not as great as one might seem. They are faster than a normal human healing, but they're not that much faster.
It's
See.
like me in dragon form then.
So that means you might not be as powerful as the skin wolves from Ireland then.
I'm sorry, who?
A beastman from Ireland's known as the skin wolves. They have extremely powerful regenerative abilities. You can tear off one's arm and it'll regenerate in a matter of minutes.
Well, I don't know about that, and I'm not willing to remove an arm to find out.
No, not
I
suggesting.
wouldn't ask you to.
Yes, just trying to make a comparison.